Hey there YouTube, Estacado 5000 here, what's up? Here's another retro deck profile. So here we go. We got Free Rise of the Storm Monarch. Basically what this card does is when this is tribute summoned, you can select one card on your opponent's side of the field and return it to the top of the deck. So it's pretty cool. Very good monster, 2400 attack. One of the best Monarchs ever created in my opinion. Then you got Free to Stalos, the Firestorm Monarch. What this card does is when this card is tribute summoned, you can select one random card from your opponent's hand and send it to the graveyard. And if it's a monster card, your opponent loses 100 life points per level star it has. So it's really good. It also can get rid of a critical spell or trap card in their hand as well. It's pretty cool. Then you got Free Volcanic Rocket. Basically what this card does, when this is summoned, when this is normal summon, flip summon, or special summon, you can add one Blaze Accelerator card from your deck or your graveyard back to your hand. So this is really good because basically if Blaze Accelerator is in the graveyard, you summon this, you can just recycle it right back to your hand. So it's pretty cool. Then you got Free Volcanic Shell. Basically what this card does is you pay 500 life points and you can add another Volcanic Shell from your deck to your hand when this is sent to the graveyard. I think by a card effect, so it's really good. And it provides more ammunition for the Blaze Accelerator, because Blaze Accelerator only works by sending a Pyro type monster from your hand to the graveyard with 500 attack or less. Then with that, you can destroy one monster on the field. Your opponent loses, I think, 500 life points, and you can't conduct your battle phase the turn you use Blaze Accelerator's effect. Then you got one Breaker, the Magical Warrior. When this is normal summoned, you get a spell counter on this card, and then you can remove it to destroy one spell trap on the field. Then you got one Snipe Hunter, one Sangin, one Card Trooper, two Apprentice Magician. When this card is, I believe when this card is successfully normal summoned or flip summoned or special summoned, you can put one spell counter on a face-up card on the field that you can put a spell counter on. So if you have Breaker, the Magical Warrior on the field still after you use its effect, you can just summon this card right here and then put a spell counter onto Breaker and then use its effect again to destroy another spell and trap card on the field. And when this is destroyed in battle, you can select one level 2 or lower spellcaster type monster from your deck and special summon it to the field and face down defense position. So that means you got the two Crystal Seers, one Old Vindictive Magician, and one Magician of Faith. So when this is destroyed, you can summon either one of these and face down defense position onto your side of the field. What this card does is when this is flipped up, you can look at the top two cards from your deck, add that one to your hand, and then place the other one at the bottom of your deck. So basically, you can add a card, one of the two cards from your deck to your hand and put the other one back at the bottom. So it's pretty good. This allows you to destroy one monster on the field when it's flipped up, and this allows you to bring back one spell card from your graveyard and add it to your hand. Then, to wrap up the monsters, you got one Treeborn Frog. Now for the spell cards, you got Blaze Accelerator. What this card does is, when this is on the field, you can send one Pyro type monster with 500 or less attack from your hand to the graveyard to destroy one monster your opponent controls, but you cannot declare an attack the turn you use its effect. So like I said, with Volcanic Rocket, if this is in the graveyard, you can just keep recycling this over and over. So, it's pretty good. So you can destroy one monster on the field, but the trade-off is you can't declare an attack the turn you use this card's effect. So it's pretty cool. Then you got two Wildfire. This is another way that can make Blaze Accelerator pretty decent. When this is on the field, you flip this up, you pay 500 life points, and you destroy face-up Blaze Accelerator on the field to destroy all other cards, all other monsters on the field. Then special summon one Wildfire token that's a level 3 monster with an attack and defense of 1,000. Basically, you can't declare an attack to turn use the effect. So basically, this is like a dark hole by sending a Blaze Accelerator from your side of the field to the graveyard and paying 500 life points. So, like I said, Volcanic Rocket's effect is when it's normal summon, flip summon, or special summon, you can add one Blaze Accelerator from your deck or graveyard back to your hand. So basically, you can keep reusing it over and over. So it's pretty cool. Then you got two Soul Exchange, one Brain Control, one Pot of Avarice. Actually, two Pot of Avarice, actually. Sorry about that. One Book of Moon, one Heavy Storm, one Premature Burial to wrap up the spell cards. Now for the trap cards, you got Free Phoenix Wing Blast, one Mirror Force, one Bombless Trap Hole, one Torrential Tribute, and one Migration Prophecy, whatever it's called. What this card does is, this is pretty a unique card. What this card does is you can select up to 2 cards from either graveyard and return it to the respective decks. So basically, if your opponent has like a Treeborn Frog, you can simply flip this and return their Treeborn Frog right back to the deck. Or if they try to like play Premature Burial, bring back one of their monsters, when they declare what monster to bring back with it, you can flip that up, return that monster back to the deck, and they lose their target for Premature Burial. I think you could do the same thing with Pot of Avarice. They select the 5 targets. You can just flip this up, select one of those 5 monsters that we're going to put back into the deck via Pot of Avarice, send one of them back to the deck via this. Pot of Avarice effects canceled. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of combos you can pull with this card. This is why this card got hit to 1 a long time ago, and then eventually went back to free or whatnot. So it's a pretty good card. So that's the build. Hope you all enjoy. More videos coming soon. Later, guys.